What's up, guys? My name is Quinn, and we are here today with a Tyrande video. She just got reworked. I love Tyrande. She is the priestess of Elune, the queen of the Night Elves, and one hot piece of ass, man. I'm telling you, I love this champion. That might have been a little bit graphic, but let's just get right into her new solo queue build that I believe will carry you games. Tyrande is definitely a team utility support 80 carry type champion. She plays a lot like Ashe from League of Legends, minus the long range ultimate engage global. However, she has a very similar aspects, granting vision from across the map, allowing her to heal her team on a very short cooldown, and being able to stun multiple enemies and grant 25% damage increase on a specific target for your teammates to auto attack and um, make more damage. Her utility in a team fight is outstanding, and she has very few issues with mana. However, the only things she does have an issue with are her lack of mobility and her low health pool. But other than that, if by playing safe, that is the amazing thing about this game is that you can play extremely safe and never die. Especially with Tyrande, her range is one of the champions in this game that is outmatched in terms of being played properly in her range and her auto attacking can be played at maximum output to make her extremely strong. I believe Tyrande is underplayed and underused, and I'm hoping that this rework will open people's eyes to Tyrande and how the double support meta and or Zarya Tyrande can really overwhelm an enemy team just based on the utility there alone. But let's get right into the build. At level 1 we go Lunar Blaze. Lunar Blaze will increase the damage of our E ability every time it hits an enemy champion by 3%. So that's a repeatable quest. That's something that will always be going all game long. Every time you hit an enemy champion, the damage will increase by 3%. You'll find if you have 30 stacks, 40 stacks towards the end of the game that you are doing a large amount of damage with your E, and is one of your primary sources of damage. What is also tagged onto this is your rewards. You get 2 rewards, one after hitting 10 heroes and one after hitting 20 heroes. I'm sorry, been a little sick lately. After hitting 10 heroes, your Lunar Flare no longer costs mana, and after 20 heroes, it increases the range by 40%. So let's complete the quest here. Actually, hold on. I'm sorry, I gotta reset quests. Reset talents. This is Tyrande's E range at level 1 without the buff, without the 40%. I'm gonna stand right on top of this guy, and this is as far as I can reach. Correct? If I choose this and I complete my quests, I can now go just a little bit farther on every aspect. Okay, so I can stay safe and hit someone from over here, and look how far away I am. And I can stun multiple targets with 1E with that. So that's just a really strong talent, and it's definitely the best solo queue one in my opinion. The other ones are very team oriented and need help to facilitate. In my opinion. At level 4, you have 2 options here. You have Moonlit Arrows and or Calderai Resistance. Calderai Resistance is pretty strong because it will grant 15 spell armor every instance of your Q, stacking up to 4 times on whatever target you decide to put it on. So what that means is you can mitigate damage from AP champions. However, you should only pick this if their comp is a double mage and or Alrak or ability carry carry champions. Excuse me. A tip and trick I've been using with this is you can throw this on a tank before a team fight, right before a team fight, to give them just a quick 15 spell armor, and that is really beneficial. You know, everything goes a long way in a team fight. However, Moonlit Arrows is my go-to because basic attacks already decrease your Q ability, which is your heal, by 2 seconds every time you auto attack. What the Moonlit Arrows does is now increases it to pretty much 3 seconds, so it goes a lot faster. You have more heals per second. Your output of healing is much higher over the course of the game, which is why I think Moonlight Arrows is really strong, and definitely the go-to choice if you are solo healing.
Choose a talent.
At level 7, it's always going to be True Shot Aura. I have to do some testing with Hunter's Fury. I can't for sure explain if this is good, because if you use your passive on a target and then auto attack them and then it spreads. I have not had actual testing on if it lowers the cooldown of your Q by hitting other targets. So I want to know if one auto attack will allow me to get a Q off after I had just used a Q, if that makes any sense. Otherwise, Huntress Fury would be pretty good if that's how it works. However, I'm pretty sure it doesn't, and True Shot Hour is a lot better. You get 10% increased AD for yourself and your allies around you, and if you activate it on a 60-second cooldown, you get to double this AD for 5 seconds. The bonus AD is really strong and just almost the best choice depending on your team comp. If you don't have other AD champions, which I don't know why you wouldn't, then perhaps Huntress Fury is the best. I don't think Darnasian Archery is that good. 5% increase every time you auto a target is okay. It's lost if you auto something else. I did some testing with it. Darnasian Archery is okay, but True Shot Aura is the best in my opinion.
Choose a talent.
Level 10, Starfall is going to be my go-to choice. It's an AoE slow that does damage and allows you to hit your E very easily in a team fight, which is why I think Starfall is the best. And you can combo with other CC type things to make this really good. And it's a good zoning tool. There's a lot of aspects to Starfall that make it really good. Shadowstalk is her new ultimate. They changed it. Is no longer gives stealth to multiple allies on your team and does not heal anybody or anything. It now grants stealth indefinitely, and you gain 30% movement speed while stealth. And then when Shadowstalk is broken, you gain 50% attack speed and retain its movement speed for 5 seconds. On a 30-second cooldown, it costs 50 mana. This is really strong on specific maps. I include Hanamura. This is the pick for Hanamura every time. The reason is you can be a smart player and delay their payloads and contest them without you knowing that they're there. And you have a 30% move speed if it's broken. So if they do find you, you do have a decent escape with your E and then run away. I have done some testing with Shadowstalk, and it's really strong on Hanamura only, in my opinion. The rest, Starfall 100%, really good team fight, and that's what just Tyrande brings, is an insane team fight. At level 13, it is definitely Harsh Moonlight, no matter what. It's 30% slow if you hit your W, and a 30% damage reduction from that target for 4 seconds. Just insane. This one is your Q ability gives movement speed, and your just lowered the cooldown by 4 if you hit a target. Harsh Moonlight is definitely the option.
Choose a talent.
At level 16 is Overflowing Light. While Tyrande is above 60% health, Light of Loon is increased by 30%. Really strong. You're auto attacking. You're constantly healing you or yourself. You'll always be above at least 60% if you're playing Tyrande correctly in the back line. Autoing tanks. This is what Tyrande does. She can Hunter's Mark a tank, take them down while your team is focusing on their backline and or doing other things. Healing, autoing and healing, autoing and healing, autoing and healing, stunning the backline with her E because you have increased range, and using your ultimate on more than one champion, and using your passive on the tanks to make them a lot easier to take down. At level 20, my opinion is Celestial Wrath almost every time. Starfall applies Hunter's Mark to all heroes hit by your ultimate. This is insane. This makes your team fight really strong at level 20, and if you have an auto-based team, and anyone they auto, they're taking 25% more damage for 4 seconds if they are touched by my ulti. So let's look at the build again, guys. At level 1, it is Lunar Blaze, which increases our E's damage and range and lower the mana cost as the game goes on, as you hit targets with your E. At level 3, level 4, we have Moonlight Arrows, and it decreases the cooldown of Light of a Loon by an additional 0.75 seconds. It's really good over the course of the game, increasing your healing output. At level 7, this increases your team's damage for yourself and your entire team for at least 5 seconds, although around you, and passively grants 10%, which is what's really good. Is you don't have to activate anything unless you're in a team fight. You do want to activate it, but you don't have to activate it in the laning phase. You're just passively doing 10% more damage, which is really strong from your auto attacks. Starfall, like I've said, I can't preach any more about how good this AoE zoning tool and slowing tool allows you to hit your E and other champions on your team to hit their skill shots. Really strong. Harsh Moonlight, real easy. Just throw it in the middle of a team fight. It slows their movement speed by 30% and their damage dealt by 30% for 4 seconds. Not much more you can ask from hitting your W there. And that at level 16 we have Overflowing Light. While Tyrande's above 60% health, I mean, you know, she's a healing machine, and you're just autoing and autoing and autoing and healing and autoing. Auto Q, auto Q, auto Q, auto Q. That's how it works. I mean, you're constantly healing, and you'll find that the 30% is a large chunk of healing. Really good. And then at level 20, you just give your whole team the ability to say, hey, I'm going to do a shitload of damage, and that's what your team does. So when I'm above 60% health, you'll see me Q this target, and it'll give me the crit symbol. 974 at level 26 is just not bad. That's almost a fourth of my own health. 1 Q on Malfurion will almost put him at full health, and 1 E will definitely kill Arthas here. So this is Tyrande. She's really fun. She throws owls. She throws out heals, and she auto attacks, and she makes your team's lives just a little bit easier.
Yes.
I definitely think with the double support meta coming up, and with the Zaryas playing a little bit more with the shielding, Tyrande can solo heal and or be an off support. She's not the best main support because her job is actually to do damage, in my opinion, to help your team with utility. She can solo heal, but she is not the best at it, guys. Similar to Tyrande, but definitely a lot better and in a lot better place. I think her damage output is just insane, and her utility in a team fight for your teammates is really strong. And not to mention, she is a beautiful, beautiful night elf. Look at this. Her and her beloved on the try mode. Really good, guys. Really, really good. Showing some DM here. This is my Tyrande build that I love for solo queue. Let me know if you guys enjoy it or if you have any questions. I definitely am going to look into my level 7 Huntress Fury talent, and I'll work on that and get it back to you. I'm definitely going to be making a Tyrande gameplay video, and I want to show you how she plays and how specifically she can be really good in a team fight. And even solo. Her soloing is not bad on
a killing blow.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them in the comments below. Like and subscribe. My goal is to make more videos weekly. My goal is to at least make 3 videos a week. So that's just where we're at right now. You know, support my channel. I'll put my Twitch in there as well. If you have any questions, guys, please, please, please let me know. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. For me, this is all about you guys and making a fan base that we all just enjoy each other, and we learn it. And I get to express my love for this game for you guys. So I'm going to wrap this video up, guys. Thanks for watching.